Hello and welcome to Universal Shipping News presents Incoterms Definitions, Group F. This video covers Incoterms FCA, FAS, and FOB. The Incoterm FCA stands for Free Carrier. FCA is usually followed by the place name of the initial destination of the goods, such as FCA Anchorage. The term is also referred to as named place delivery. Under the terms of FCA, it is the seller's obligation to hand the goods over to the first carrier at the named place once they have been cleared for export. Using FCA Anchorage as the example, the seller would fulfill their obligation once the goods are cleared for export and delivered from the seller's warehouse, let's say, to the carrier waiting at the port of Anchorage. At this point, the buyer assumes the risks and costs of any further transport executed by the first carrier. FCA is an incremental increase in the cost and obligation to the seller from the EXW arrangement covered in the last video. Because the seller owns the goods right up to delivery, FCA arrangements allow the seller to resell the goods to someone else while the goods are still in transit. Free carrier applies exclusively to air, rail, road, and containerized multimodal transport. The Incoterm FAS stands for Free Alongside Ship. Free alongside ship means the seller must transport the goods all the way to the dock, close enough to be reached by the crane of the ship it will be transported in. Also, it is the seller's responsibility to clear the goods for export. FAS is usually followed by a place name, for example, FAS San Francisco. The place name indicates the port where the goods are to be delivered on the quay beside the carrier ship. FAS applies exclusively to maritime and inland waterway shipping. However, it does not apply to goods packaged in shipping containers. FAS is instead usually used for goods sold as bulk cargo, such as petroleum products or grain. The Incoterm FOB stands for Free Onboard Vessel. Free onboard vessel is sort of a hybrid, where the seller is obligated to bring the goods all the way to the port, clear the goods for export, and see that they are loaded onto the ship nominated by the buyer. Once the goods clear the railing of the vessel, the buyer assumes the risk. Again, FOB is often followed by the named loading port, for example, FOB Long Beach. In this case, the seller would deliver the goods, pay the port fees, and see the goods loaded onto the ship docked at the port of Long Beach. This Incoterm is used exclusively for maritime and inland waterway transport, but not for container shipping. That's it for Group F. In the next video, we're going to cover Incoterms in Group C. For more on these Incoterms and all of the rest, you can go to universalcargo.com. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay in shipshape.